Hello and welcome, John Croner with Bullseye Trader. I'd like to welcome you to the Artificial Intelligence Holly Market and Update for Friday, July the 27th. We'll also go ahead and cover the weekly candles too and see how we did throughout the week here, but let's start with the daily. And first we have our diamonds. And as you can see there, we had the pullback throughout the day, and then we kind of bounced around a little bit at the tail end. We do have a bearish engulfing candle set up, but we have bounced off of the resistance levels. So you would think that we're going to continue upward, but we'll see what happens on Monday. It's always best to let the market tell you what it's going to do. The spiders. We have that bearish engulfing candle also, mostly an inside bar formation. We did penetrate the bottom of the candle here, but we pulled back above it. So once again, the momentum is clearly to the upside, but with all the news and everything affecting the markets these days, we'll see what happens next week. The Qs, we had the big pullback, but we did bounce off of the 20 right here, and we are resting right on it. We do have that bearish engulfing candle set up, and you can see here on the intraday how we pulled back the better part of the day and then kind of based right there. IWM, another bearish engulfing candle. That's been coming down. We talked about this high here, and then this one didn't quite get to it, and then we didn't quite get to the last one there, and now we're pulling back. We are below the 20, we're below the 50, so it'll possibly get interesting. So let's see what happens there. And the small cap Russell 2000 small caps, same thing, a fairly big pullback there, and you can see here we had decent volume on that pullback. We're below the 20, so things could get interesting next week. We'll take a fast look at TLT on the daily, and you can see we're still staying in that range there. And GLD actually gapped up and then ended up pulling down, so we have a red candle, but it's actually closed above yesterday's high. Now we'll go ahead and bring the weekly candles in, and that's one here in the aftermarket, this AWX. If we switch real fast to a 5-minute candle, just to show you one that's pretty much gone ballistic here towards the tail end of the day. Look at that, was down in the 5s late afternoon, and it got up as high as $16.27 or so, about $16, I guess. So that was crazy. But anyhow, let's go back to the weekly and finish this weekly update here. And I might as well start with TLT since it's first in line there. And I'll just make this chart just a little bit bigger so we can see it better. And you can see we've had the 2 weeks with the pullback, and we do have a little bit of a bottoming tail on there. So the 20 does have a little bit of a trend on it. So we're going to have to see if we roll over and pull back, or if it bounces from there. GLD, definitely not looking good on the weekly. You can see we're below this cloud. We're below the 200 moving average, closed near lows of the week, so certainly not looking strong there. The diamonds, and you can see here on the weekly candle now the diamonds don't look too bad. We actually have a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly candle. We are right at, you can see here, right at these resistance levels. So it's going to be important next week for the bulls to push this higher if they want this market to continue up. Of course, I'm sure the bears will be trying to pull it down. You can see here the 20 is relatively flat. The 8 is slightly above the 20. So, could be an interesting week next week. And the SPYs, if you take a look there, we did close. We put this line in here of, this past high here, it touched here, it touched here. Now we are closed above it, so We're going to have to see if that'll act as support as we get into next week, and if we can continue on and make a new all-time high. The Qs, and there it goes there. You can see this big topping tail here, and we did set the all-time high this week and have since pulled back. We are still above the 8 EMA. So once again, could be interesting. Hopefully it's just doing some consolidating in here. So I think the Qs could be interesting, especially with all the earnings reports and things going on with that. The IBB had a pretty good pullback. You can see here on fairly large volume, but we're still above the 8 EMA. So and have a little bit of trend, on the 8. The 20 is basically flat. So got some interesting days and weeks ahead of us. The IWM, we're kind of been in this range right here. You can see if I draw a rectangle here, let's see here. Yeah, you can, and for some reason, sometimes it doesn't like to cooperate with me. Let's try that again. Well, okay. My drawing tools just don't want to cooperate, so we're just going to, I think you can see where the channel is there, and we have a little bit of upward momentum, but we'll just see what happens with that. Now let's go ahead and get into Holly real quick. And Holly Grail had 10 trades today, $1.33 profit. You can see the histogram kind of was pretty much even, a little bit of bounce throughout the day. Whereas the risk on profit was a lot more volatile, a lot more choppy. $1.11 profit on it. The Holly 2.0 had 11 trades, 2 cents profit, and you can see here the bouncing around all day. Whereas the risk on profit $3.20, and it just went up very, very nice throughout the day. Holly Neo had 26 trades, so very, very active. Lost 110 on the profit loss category, and the risk on profit, she made $2.63. So if we tally it all up, she had 47 trades today, 25-cent profit, $6.94 risk on profit. For the week, 265 trades. She did $4.65 profit. $19.03 was the risk on profit. So, overall, a very, very good week, especially when you look at the fact that she lost $4.49 on the risk on Tuesday. So, Holly had a very, very nice week there. And let's go ahead and look at a couple of these trades that she had. The AYX was her best risk off trade. It was a short, and you can see here where she called it right here and got out of it here. And then if you would have held it, you would have made $1.83 for the day, and that was probably the best in both categories, and it was. That was for Holly Neo. Let's go ahead and look at Holly 2.0. And it's building. It takes it a second. And ROCK was the best trade that she had here. And you can see she got into it here and got out with 23 cents. She got, it was a timed trade. You can see right here, timed exit. So she got out. And if you would have held it, because really, there was no reason to get out of it except that she was timed, so you used the man with the machine, you very well may have held that because there was really no pain in it. You could have made $1.10 had you held it till the end of the day, and you can see you actually could have made a little bit more had you got out, up in here somewhere. And we'll go ahead and, yep, that was the best in both categories. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at Holly Grail and see how Holly Grail did. And she's populating there. And we have RTRX. And she had $1. That was a target hit is the reason she got out of it. This was a short, this was a long. Got in it right here. And this is the Volt. It's been a very, very good strategy, been very profitable. She's been hitting the target a lot on it. And she got out right here. And had you held on, you would have only made 18 cents because you can see she pretty much picked the bottom and the top, did an excellent job there. And her best risk off profit was SMP, which was just a 33-cent gain. So that's your Holly update for you. And if you've been following us all week, we've been just showing you the software and the things it can do for you. And we would invite you to try us out. We have yearly and monthly plans. You can try out the premium, which includes the Holly, which I highlight every day in the videos. And so, like I say, you do need to get the premium plan for that. And we have the pricing here. We have a discount code for you, Bullseye15. Will save you 15% on your first month or your first year. Now that is case sensitive, so you'll need to make sure you type it in with all capital letters and then the 15. This is the link to get in there to get to that. So we do invite you to give it a try. I mean, obviously the best pricing is if you go with the year. A lot of people like to try the monthly to see if that they like it. If you try the monthly and if you upgrade to the yearly within the first 30 days, you'll save the 15% on the whole year as well. So give us a try. You'll find it's definitely worth it. And as always, feel free to follow me at my blog, bullseyetrader.com. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter or StockTwits. If you like this video, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. And if it's the first time you're seeing this, go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a week or a day. Hey, I thank you for your time, and God bless.